How are you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome. I'm Patty, and I'm here to do your intuitive tarot for the week of the 19th through the 25th of October. And I hope everyone is well. So let's get started. A little bit of news. I am doing a live empath video on October 24th at 9 a.m. So if you're interested in learning more about your abilities, if you have them, and maybe you have some awakenings going on that you want to learn about, but also too, it's just talking about the life of an empath, and you're very welcome to ask questions, your feedback, you share, all that kind of stuff. So that's at 9 on Saturday the 24th. Second news is I am doing dailies, as you know. I mentioned that last week, and those are 1-minute dailies in the morning. If you subscribe, hit the bell, it'll notify you when those are on each morning. And then also too, I have a new Facebook group I would love for you to join. And so that's the news for today. Let's get started. I'm being goofy. I'm drinking some yogi tea that's like for energy, because I've been sort of a little low on energy lately. I don't know if there's a name on it. Oh, if we are happy, everybody looks up and shares our happiness. That's very true. Anyway, I'm trying to get my boost of energy back up. So we have one card first out, and it's called the Dragon's Lair, and it's also the number 10. Well, 9 plus 1 is 10, 10, 1. So it means there's endings and beginnings coming up. And I'll read the Dragon's Lair for you for those of you that are new. But pretty much we'll see what other energies come out to go along with it so that we can get a theme. All right. Let's see where we're going with this. I started doing these a little bit later in the day, hoping that I could get them in earlier in the day, but this new travel agency job has got me just training, learning, and by the time I look up, it's like, oh my gosh, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. A lot of restrictions for travel right now due to COVID and stuff, but people are traveling. It's a good thing. I think there was 17,000 that went to Hawaii as it just opened up. So that just opened up the 15th. Yeah, yesterday. So hello, hello. Copenhagen. Well, welcome, welcome. Oh, okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. Well, welcome from Copenhagen. That's a long way away. I have another gentleman that's in Germany that watches. So whatever you'd like to do, just keep your comments polite and nice. That's all I ask. All right. So here we go. Here's the next two energies out for the week of the 19th through the 25th. Oh my gosh, this was just the last one. What is going on? If you've seen me shuffle, right? And I can't make this stuff up. It's not me. It's the divine and who's ever on the other side helping out. So metamorphosis, and that's the number 7. And then we have the storm fields, which is actually number 9, which is all about intensity. And number 7 is all about ambition and potential. So we've got a whole bunch of different energies here. So somebody's either coming into, I call them storms, but coming into a challenge, in a challenge, or coming out of a challenge. And that's what's causing things to change and make your life a little bit better. So you're morphing into something new. And I say new because of the number 19 turns into number 1, which is a beginning. So something's morphing into the new. But I'd like to read, the storm feels pretty explanatory and the metamorphosis explanatory. But for those of you that are brand new, I'd like to read the Dragon's Lair. I can't even talk today for you. So just because it's an interesting card. It's a very interesting card. So you may have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. Okay, and you're about to enter dangerous territory. So tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is the one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel when you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. So take a risk sometimes. New experience is calling to you. Didn't we just say number one, if something's ending? Okay, sorry. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. Choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. So that one here, I mean, you've got something sort of hidden, probably in the corner, a little bit afraid, a little bit, maybe a little bit evil, a little bit, and then you've got something flying. It's like, uncharted waters. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going. Yeah, you could move forward and take a chance as long as it's not something hurting. It's not something that is going to harm anyone or do anybody. But this has something to do with changing into growing a new part of journey, new chapter in your life. So let's see what else we've got going here. Ooh, the Hangman. So there's some spirituality in here, some insightfulness. So what are we needing to sort of watch around us? And this doesn't mean watch people. It means watch how they're acting, how they're reacting. Is it more earthbound? Is it more circumstantial, that kind of thing? Because the Hangman's all about looking at everything from a spiritual aspect, insight, lifting up, high vibrations, things that'll turn things around to the positive, things that'll make things happen more on a higher spiritual level. As you see, he's got a spiritual crown around him. So this is more of a internal, it's sort of like when you make memories, those are something internal you can't take away from you. The same with your integrity and your morals. You can't take that away from somebody, but you can take away their car, you can take away all that kind of stuff. That's sort of the change here that's going on. Either you're becoming more spiritual, or you're learning more about spirituality, or you yourself, your intuition inside yourself. For someone, that is the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody has been working hard. Um, Definitely, we're talking about the material world, working very, very hard, and they have obtained enough and are on levels to grow and to have the luxury and the nice items that they really want to have. This is almost a conflict. This is almost a battle here. This is definitely a battle. And again, this is where I believe the storm is. This is where there's an internal battle. What is most important to you, especially with the Mars retrograde, all the planets that are there, the changing of the planets. If you haven't watched the new moon video, there's a lot about the planets and energies that are going on with all that. It's too hard to put it all together here in about 15-20 minutes. So, but all these energies are really conflicting. And it's not only the earth presence that are conflicting, there are even thoughts in our head that are conflicting. There's also conflict between, people, could be, even be partners, could be, your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friends even, with everything going on. So there's like a conflicting energy here that is, boom, holding you. It's like there's like a wall, an invisible wall that you're trying to grow through. You're trying to move through that, but this little bugger of a storm is holding you there. It's like a tornado. You want to, go around it, or you want, like, which way is it going to go, kind of thing. And that's where this is. But if you look at the card, there is a little teeny tiny flower that is growing, and it is gradually going to make it through that storm. Something new, something fresh right there in that storm. So this is a conflict of spirit, mind, and earth. Yeah, definitely. King of Cups. Then maybe of the heart. Maybe somebody's struggling with a relationship. King of Cups is about heart, about mind, what you desire, those kind of things. But he's in a storm also. So it's interesting that even though he's in a storm, he's staying calm. Hey, it's cool. Go ahead. Let the waves go. It's good. Sort of like, biblical story, where they stay calm in the boat and the waves are going all around them. I could go into that story, but, not everybody believes in that. So, but here there's like an internal what do I do? How do I do it? How do I grow? Thank you. So how do I grow successfully on the earth, but keep my spirituality or keep my belief, my faith, what I believe in? That's somebody else's thinking. That's for somebody. I don't know who that resonates with somebody. And Leos, you can be pretty strong-headed. You can be really sort of like stubborn and want your way and get your way, have sometimes a little bit of control issues. So for you to be able to release, which now with going into the full moon, and this is going to be if you don't know about the blue moon, watch my video on the new moon and what's coming up. And I'll probably be doing another video on the blue moon because these energies are phenomenal. You've got a blue moon, which is considered a hunter's moon and a blood moon. And then you've got the Halloween, the night of Halloween. But the other things that are going on with these other planets of Mercury being in a retrograde, Mars being in a retrograde, and all this stuff, the energies are crazy. Just like me. No, but they really are. They're really, really crazy. And it's going to shake people up. It's going to really shake people up, and things are going to be really shaken up. There's supposed to be, because of the energies the way that they are, there's supposed to be some really big news or something big happening towards the end of the month. Don't ask me. I don't know. I just get the energies and I go by what I see. But I don't know what it is, and I'm praying it's all good. I'm praying and hope it is a good thing. So, but there will be some big woohoo news. I don't know what it is coming up. And I'm hoping it's not political because I'm so sick of the politics. Yeah, somebody definitely is in a crossroad here. So we have the Two of Swords. Now with the Two of Swords, and this is like an internal roller coaster for somebody. So we've got storms. We've got one card is trying to fight through this. And this is the first card out, is trying to fight through this for you. It's like it's in the forefront. It's fighting really hard, like being the warrior up front. And it's just this internal struggle with yourself. Now, the sword itself could have several meanings, but the two meanings mainly is about truth, and also could be division. It also could mean you can cut somebody with a double-edged sword, your tongue kind of thing. So you got to be really mindful of that. That is a big energy at the end of the month, is keeping your tongue, because words can be worse than any physical harm ever. So, and that's the energy of Mars. It wants you to conflict. It wants you to fight. It wants you to argue. But the thing here, what you need to look at in this next week for Leos is, what is your truth? What is your truth? Because that's where you're struggling with. And you're like, well, what does she mean by what is the truth? Well, really, are you doing one thing and saying another? Are you wanting something, but your actions are not following that? That's the truth. If you really want something and you really desire something, your actions need to show that that's really what you want. For somebody, they're fighting it. And they're just like, I'm confused. Well, you're confused because you're actually not following the truth. You're not doing truth. You're not being truth. And if you were, then these two cards would match up. And you would not have that anymore. And that's where your storm is. It's like when I teach the Empath videos or Get Balanced 2020 videos, I teach about truth, walking in truth of yourself. Because most of the times when we grow up, we are actually trained to like things that we don't even like. For example, my mom never wanted to be a nurse. She wanted, I don't know what she really wanted to do, but she didn't want to be a nurse, but she was forced to be a nurse. And then that became her identity. Whatever she really, really wanted to do, that stayed squished until she even passed. That's not walking in the truth. Once she's out of being a nurse or out of her parents' thing and she wanted to try and do something else, that was her opportunity to do that. That's a different generation, a different time. Then they had kids and got married and all that kind of stuff. So, so we have the Six of Cups, but it came in reverse. So usually this is a card that is somebody that you know that's coming towards you, or you're going to towards somebody. But this is somebody that is not. You don't know. You have no idea. You may not even have met them yet. So there's somebody that is going to help you, or maybe give you a resource or a solution, or even maybe a light bulb moment for you to be able to do that. Yeah. And figure out what it is that you're really, really wanting, because you're on this roller coaster. What I mean, the roller coaster is being earth thoughts, earth thoughts, spirit thoughts, and it's like you're tormenting yourself and you're hindering your growth. You're hindering your growth, and then you can't even. Oops! Oh dear. Tower upside down, or make sure that I don't have these cards, or do I have these cards upside? Oh, I do have these cards upside down. Sorry about that. Retract. Is that right? I did. Oh my gosh. All right. That's okay. This happens. So it is somebody that you know. So this is somebody that you know that is going to come into you. Now, when it is upright, though, this means that it is somebody that you know you have known, somebody from your past. It could be just reaching out to you again. You haven't seen each other, you haven't talked to each other, but it's a really good bond. It's a really good relationship. I think like either way, I think this person is going to be your resource. Is somebody that really you can bounce things off of. Like I said, maybe get a light bulb moment or something from. But yeah, and it is going to be a change. There is going to be a major change in your life, and things are going to turn, and they will. It's a good thing because you want things to progress and grow to a positive. And the only way you're going to know it's positive if you go through something negative or a storm or a learning lesson or holy Toledo. But we also know that the devil is all about bondage, and bondage is going to be released. You're going to release these bonds. You have that choice. You have it. And it's really interesting that we start out with spirit, the divine, inspiration, insight, and we end up turned upside down. So you will have a choice to listen to your heart, your intuition, your growth, and all that kind of stuff. Leos, don't be stubborn. Keep your mind open. Keep your mind, your blinders off, because you don't want to leave your blinders off or on, and then you're going to miss an opportunity. You're going through a lot right now, whoever this is for. I don't know who resonates with this. You're going through a lot. It's like it's a turning point for you. It sounds like a big turning point for you. We are actually in the United States, in Oregon on the West Coast, and it is 4:51 p.m. So you are up very late. So here we go. Let's clarify and see what is going on with this devil and the tower. The devil and the tower, please. Oh my gosh. I can't make this up. You've seen me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Double trouble. It's not double trouble. It's actually double release. You're going to get rid of it. It's going to change your life. Something is going to end. Something beautiful is going to come from it, because you have this offering of the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is something about love, peace, harmony, an offering of the heart, offering of the desire of the mind to share. This could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be, a business opportunity. I don't see any pentacles here though, but this is going to be life transforming. Whoever this person is in your life, I believe that they're going to give you the opportunity to help you decide and start your life and going up. And again, maybe help you with some of the things that you've been addicted to, maybe some of the things that you have been tied to, maybe help you with releasing those and turning those upside down. Here, let's shake him, let him get out of here. But those are, I mean, really, because whatever it is, they're there to really turn your world upside right. And again, spiritual, really lean on divine, really lean on divine. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad. They're a little different. They're more in helping and guiding. I'm not a psychic, but I do have a lot of abilities, but they're more in helping, guiding, giving you the tools, because it's all about divine giving me the information, not me. This is not I'm just the conduit. I'm just the messenger, as they say. So what I hear a lot as I'm downloading through the whole thing, and then also transmitting the energies, feeling the energies. Sometimes I'll get a whiff of somebody coming through, an energy coming through. I don't know who they are. They could be people's ancestors. They could be, I don't know who they are, but that's how I get my source. It's not me. It's the divine working through me, hopefully. All right. So we have the Page of Swords in reverse. When we're in reverse on the Page of Swords, so the real focus is to focus in on the now. Focus in, not so much thinking about the past. Somebody is thinking too much of the past. This is what's keeping you bonded. This is what's keeping you really, your energies and your vibrations. I can feel somebody's energies and vibrations just, if I could have just like a big bucket with water in it and then just something pushing down on it, that's the energy I get that this is happening. It's like you want to break free and the offer is there, but the only way that that's going to happen is you need to stop working and thinking in the past. Thinking in the now is what we need to think of. And I'm going to say it again, Mars, Mercury, and all the planets that are going into retrograde and everything, this is the now. It's all about the now, not the future. Future will come and it'll be there, but really need to focus in on the now. Again, if you haven't seen my new moon and the retrograde for the rest of the month, please watch that. There's a lot in there. Again, I can't make this up. I really can't. I'm not a magician. So these cards that are coming up double, they're just saying that somebody is really struggling with some decision. They're in a storm. They can't decide. They don't know which way to go. And I keep telling you, the way to go is truth. You really have to look at the truth of something, whatever it is for you that you're going through. Is it really you? Is it really the facts? Is it really, again, who you are and who you're supposed to be? Because somebody's faking it until they make it. Somebody I know out there watching is being somebody that they're really not because they can't. You can be. It's a choice that you have to make to break this. It may leave you alone for a little while, maybe making new friends, maybe getting rid of some friends, maybe, thank you, breaking away from toxic people and the habits. Somebody out there is into some really bad habits. I'm talking about like pornography or addiction or something. And this is the time to really, really start thinking spiritually about it and breaking away from it. Because you're in it and you're transforming into something new. All right. I don't know who that's for. There's when you're doing intuitive tarot, you have so many different people coming at you, energies and ideas. It's just like I was like, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. It's just so many energies coming in. There's so many different ones. So people are like, well, that's not for me. Well, I don't know. In 2 minutes, it could be. I don't know who's coming through at the time. So, all right. Again, oh my goodness, really? Who's so earthbound? Who's so stuck on earthly things? Somebody's really stuck on earthly things. Really stuck on earthly things. Double, 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 double. Wow. And it's intensified. It needs to go. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else. Divine, share with me anything else. And at this time, if I'm coming to an end, if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get notified on my dailies. My dailies are 1 minute long, and they usually are loaded up somewhere around 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So if you're in another country, it should be good for you. But they are dailies Monday through Saturday. And then also, too, I now have a Divine Warrior Facebook group. I would love for you to come and sit and say hello. I'm probably going to start doing that on Saturdays, sitting with everybody and saying hello and answering empath questions, intuitive questions, and all that kind of stuff. So would love for you to do that. All right, let's see if there's one last energy. I don't see a whole lot of love in there. I don't know if anybody's out there single that wants me to do a love reading. I can do that real quick if you'd like. Oh, yeah, sure, not a problem. All right, so, okay, is there anything else, Divine? Anybody out there that I've missed? Okay, just to recap. We've got a roller coaster of between spirituality and earth and materialism. We're going from a lot of materialism to an undecided, and we're also bonded to something. We are really bonded to something, almost an addiction. And also, if someone's in a storm, they're transforming their life, actually going from something very negative to a positive, which is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blessing or reward, however you want to put it. Is there anything else, Divine, that you would like to share? One last shuffle. All right. Oh. Okay. So whoever is losing sleep, whoever is being tormented about the decision that they're being made, what the Divine is asking me to share is to release it, let it go, give it to Divine, give it to your higher power, your universe, whoever you believe in, and release it and let it go. Let that energy go, because it's really lowering your energy, your vibrations. It's keeping you from actually understanding the solution or getting to the solution. So that solution is deep within you, and it's spiritually, it is already there. So you have the answer within you. You're not allowing yourself to hear it. So just release that, because you're getting nightmares. You're not being able to sleep. You're not being able to think at day. You're not being able to work. So this storm, whoever this is if you're not there yet, you're coming into it. And it's going to create a kerfuffle in your mind, and allow that to just release it. Just give it to the universe, give it to the Divine, say what you figure it out. If it is an addiction, if it is into porn, if it is into that kind of stuff, you have to have professional help. I worked in addiction, so I know it's not an easy thing to go through, and you can't do it alone. You have to have somebody. So Leos, and you guys are stubborn anyway, so my mom was a Leo, so but very, 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 very giving people. Very giving, sometimes too much. So be kind to yourself. Really think about this week. A lot of this, you're changing. So just know you're changing. There is a little bit of a wave. Your boat is going to be stable and strong if you just have faith and believe. Just have faith and believe. So, yeah, hopefully this resonated with somebody out there, and I really appreciate you coming and stopping in from Copenhagen. And don't forget, on Saturday, the 24th at 9 a.m., I am doing a live on Empath, being an empath and learning about you're not going nuts if you have abilities, put it that way. People might think you're nuts, but you're really not nuts. So we're sharing tips and tools about that and how to recognize that you're having some gifts opening up and that kind of thing. So that's 9 o'clock on Saturday, the 24th. Bring a friend, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I'd love to have new channels still, love to have new people. So until the 29th, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're grounded. I really am glad you're grounded. And you're very, very welcome. I thank you for coming in. I hope you subscribe and come back. And we will talk to you again on the 29th. Take care, everybody. You're very, very welcome. Take care.